All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being American, and YouTube Ronin. I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Unscripted. Already in the chat. Drop in the member chat. Member for 13 months, JPRPH1. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. Connie Clary. Host of Films with Friends, the creator of the 10-word review, Big Al Presents. Friend of the channel, Real Way to Nation Gaming Clips. Like to say hello to everyone following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. Please do not forget to hit the like. Share out the stream. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. All right. Well, did anything happen this week? I mean, I don't know. I heard something about a certain incident that happened on a certain TV series. I don't know. It's right on the tip of my tongue. What was it again? Oh, yes. Attempted grape in Star Wars. Oh. Originally, I wasn't going to comment on this for two reasons. Number one, I have not watched Andor. I have heard mixed things. Anywhere between it being the type of storytelling that is the future of Star Wars to basically it's just too boring to even talk about. So there are people out there who I respect who both love and hate the show. Now, as you all know, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to Star Wars, I look at it one of two ways. It is a franchise that has either been grossly overrated or badly misunderstood on my part. And I haven't seen any evidence pulling me away from either one of those opinions. So when it comes to Star Wars, I'm Switzerland. You know, whoever is in charge, if anyone is actually in fact in charge, whatever, take it, do whatever you want with it. I am of no issue to it. You do you, boo. I don't care. But I do know a lot of people who do care. And yeah, I get it. This is a show where you are dealing with a wartime situation and everything that goes along with that, and how graphic do you choose to make it? So I get it. You want to make Star Wars for adults. Honestly, I think that's perfectly fine. All right, you have Skeleton Crew for the kids, you have Andor for the adults. Fine. And hopefully both are done to the point that it's not insulting to the fans who are left. Now, you will have the people who will bring out the clips, oh, Star Wars is just for kids, and then they'll show you all of this violent or suggestive content. And I get it. My parents did not allow me to watch the original Star Wars in theaters when I was a kid because they were afraid it would scare me. I don't think it would have, but I get it. You know, it is Star Wars for very small children. Perhaps not. But who is it for? Because it certainly isn't for the older fans anymore. I mean, they have pretty much chased us off. You know, I was on someone's Discord, someone who will remain nameless, a Discord stream I am no longer a part of. I knew Star Wars was in trouble when people were telling me, screw your OT. You want to go back to what the OT was? You're an asshole for thinking that. That is literally what I was told. And that's when Star Wars first started to lose me. And then you have, the actors coming out and like, oh, it's racist fans who are review bombing us, and oh, they're threatening me and all this, even though they're not even, there's no proof any of that took place. I go, look, just give us receipts. You want the fans on your side? You're getting death threats? Sow us these threats. Somebody's making racist statements at you? Show us. True fans of Star Wars, the Star Wars fandom that I thought I was a part of, did not threaten Moses Ingram, Kelly Marie Tran. They didn't shrink John Boyega onto posters. They're not the ones who made his character a laughing stock. The people who made those films and those shows, they did that. What is this thing? What is the continuity? What still counts? If the EU is not canon, why are they constantly stealing ideas from the EU? And I get it. There are instances like what happens in this episode that happen in the EU. I get it. There are people who believe it happens in Return of the Jedi. Okay, fine. But I don't know where I personally am on it because of what I said earlier. Star Wars, as it is at present, is not being made for someone like me. I no longer see that sense of wonder that the OT had. At least for me. But like I said, this is obviously those movies I obviously either misunderstood or overrated them in my own mind. So I'm at an impasse. I was asked the other day, behind the scenes, on another live stream, where was I with Star Wars? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you no longer interested? Full stop. And honestly, at that point, I didn't really have an answer because there are things that I very much love about Star Wars. There are things that I very much hate. And then there are a lot of things that I'm very indifferent on. And I think that's where I am. I think I am, I think I have reached a point to where I have truly lost all interest. And if you've ever if you follow me on other platforms, I think you've noticed that I have stepped back on commenting on Star Wars or involving myself in conversations about it because I don't feel anything for it. I have no emotion for it whatsoever, and I need I need that to enjoy something. I need to feel invested, and I don't feel invested. I watch this and I feel nothing. And I'm that way not just with Star Wars, but with a lot of things put out by mainstream Hollywood, present day Hollywood. I'm feeling nothing. And it's a rarity when I do. And if I get something that, when I see something that hits me on some sort of an emotional level, then I do my best to let you guys know. and why I feel that way. So I'm at a point where I have lost all interest when it comes to this particular franchise. Now, the actors involved, the filmmakers involved have made it very clear they are making Star Wars for a certain audience. Now, if you are to believe the ratings, there's not much of an audience. But obviously, they're there. They're even talking about bringing the Acolyte back for a second season. So, hey, folks, you like the Acolyte? I hope you enjoy it. You might get it back. Good for you. But I am of no issue to it. I see the world how I see it. And it's my opinion. This is an opinion show. This is not news. This is an opinion show. And in my opinion, John Boyega, Kelly Marie Tran, Moses Ingram, Diego Luna, Tony Gilroy, they can say whatever the fuck they want. If you want to sink your franchise with this political BS and whatever messaging that Hollywood wants to cram down our throats this week, then go to it. I don't have to watch. And if that makes me some kind of an evil person in your mind, then that's your problem. It's not mine. Hashtag walk away, hashtag wallets closed. Goodbye, Star Wars. I don't need you. I lump it in, Darth Plato, and hello, thank you for being here. I lump it in because to me it is all the same. It has been infected by the same cancer. Maybe Andor is different. I don't know. I don't care. And that's the problem. There is nothing here for me that I can take away. So they have to throw in this shock value scene to get everybody talking again to try and get their ratings up. That's, to me, that's the only reason it could possibly be there. You want to do realistic Star Wars now? Okay, go to it. I thought it was a throwback to, Saturday morning matinees, serials. I was wrong, obviously. I thought they had the whole hero's journey thing going. Apparently, I was wrong. There's a point that I am very clearly not getting and is not for me because it's not being made with someone like me in mind. So, Do it. Go and do whatever. It's okay. It's not on me to worry about it anymore. Let the people who are still watching enjoy it if they do. And if you like Andor, like I said at the beginning, there are people who I respect who like the show. Good. If it works for you, shout that out to the heavens. I would do the same thing. But if it doesn't work for me, then I got to be honest. I tell you every week on this show, I am not here to lie to you. This is my opinion alone. You have the complete right to disagree if you do. Star Wars has reached a point where I have no feeling for it. I don't know what continuity they're in, what's canon, what isn't, because I'm too far removed from it. And I've gone on to other things. Now, as for the scene itself, as it's been described to me, now let's put aside whether or not it needed to be in the show or not. Clearly, it is a situation that would happen in real life. It happened. Okay, moving on. An Imperial got his ass kicked for him. And he's one less bad guy to deal with. And he's not out there hurting anybody else. Bix did what she had to do. There you go. I have a rule. No women, no kids. You try to do violence on either or, whatever happens to you, you deserved. So that's my feeling on that. Well, I think I just addressed it in Heller to D. Penzak. I think I just addressed it. Why does a scene like that have to be in a Star Wars? I It doesn't matter. It's there now. And apparently, it has. There have been similar scenes apparently in the EU. And my understanding of the EU is the EU is very heavily respected by the fans. Now, I'm not the expert on the EU. What I've read, what I've seen, I've liked. So it's not a matter of whether or not a scene like this has to be in Star Wars. It's been there. And it's on the show. So it's not so much a matter of should it be there. It's there. It's out there. We're past it. It's done. and the Star Wars that I knew or thought I knew as a kid is no longer there. And I think that's a problem in general with a lot of things that look, let's look at some of the shows from when I was a kid in the 80s or like in the 70s and the 80s that have been rebooted. MacGyver, Magnum PI, Hawaii Five-O, SWAT, you know. All of those shows are the same producers, by the way. You know. And whether or not you love or you hate those shows, they are a mere shadow of their predecessors. And I think that's what's happened to modern entertainment. Just leave the old franchises alone, leave the old TV shows alone, quit remaking movies from 40 years ago. You're not going to do it as well. Take what ideas you may have and make your own original material. And do the best you can and let the chips fall where they may. I don't need MacGyver to be at an Antifa rally. Okay? I don't need the characters on SWAT to apologize for being cops. I look back, or at least I used to look back, on my childhood as a time where there was still some innocence left, where there was still this whole world out there that I hadn't seen. And things seem a lot bigger then. Boom, boom. But you get my point. I'm not really saying it right, but you get my point. And now I'm an adult, and what? They wouldn't even let me keep picture pages. The most innocent thing. I can't even have Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. Because that's the world we live in. So what's the thrust here? We were great then, but shit now? I don't want to believe that. I gotta believe this was all for something. Now, Revenge of the Sith is out in theaters right now. And it's number 2 right now behind Sinners in the box office. And number 1, I'm glad people are going to see Sinners. And, if you have to go back to when Star Wars still meant something to a lot of people, I think this is a sign. No one is watching the Disney Star Wars, but they'll go back and they'll watch George Lucas Star Wars. They'll go back and they'll watch the prequel films, and they want to see the OT. But will they take the right lessons from that? No, they won't, because they never do. And that's too bad, because they're leaving a lot of money on the table. Now the chat's been jumping, so I'm going to head on over and hello to Troy. He's a member for 13 months. Thank you for the member chat. Lucasfilm isn't even trying to hide it anymore. Now they're just being literal about what they want to do to us. Okay. And Boomer is here. Hello to Boomer. Arthpedia says Star Wars is not whippable. I understand the complaint. Yeah. Andor is not Disney Star Wars. It's Gilroy Star Wars. Okay. Well, they need to get equal. Andor's trying to create a realistic take on the Empire and resisting such a thing. It happened, yes. On the other hand, it doesn't mean I want to watch an Imperial officer punch a girl. No, me either. I don't think it needs to be there. You know. I think Gilroy's trying to utilize the book Ordinary Men for Andor. Okay. There are people who believe it happens in Rajay. This is more about them and where their heads are than Star Wars. I agree. All right. It took a turn into the goofy, lazy storytelling. Didn't think much of it as a kid. Yeah, I don't think that movie has really aged all that well. Accountant 2 looks good. It does. And hello to Nate. Made him the comic relief instead of the main character. Yeah. How is Gilroy political? Watch his content. That's all I got to say. People support Acolyte for sociological reasons. Yeah, unfortunately. My biggest problem is how the director responded to the criticisms. As were all the products. I think this guy needs to be on a watch list. Yeah, quite frankly. Hello to Aged Boomers. If they can't take Airwolf away from us, hopefully they won't. Do not touch Airwolf. Leave Airwolf alone. Yeah, cue to theme music. Indeed. When you're smaller, the world does seem much bigger than you could possibly imagine. Now you're older, others are trying to tell you it's not big at all. Yeah. And thank you for the member chat. All right. So, that's where I am on it, folks. Again, this is my opinion. This is a program that works for people. It's a franchise that still seems to have some fans. That is all well and good. Yeah, I'm just not involved in it anymore. And I'm going to take myself out of the equation. I will not be reviewing this program on my channel. I don't see a point in it. So I'm going to move on. and I am going to find something better. And when I do, I'll tell you all about it. Basically, that's it. And hey, guys, I want to hear from you. What have you seen lately that you enjoyed? Let me know here, those of you who are in the chat. Those of you who are watching on X, let me know there in the DMs. And let me know in the comments section for the show. Hey, if you think I'm off base, say so. This is not an echo chamber. People can disagree. That's fine. Like I said, this is an opinion show in the end. You know, and this is my opportunity to get my opinion out there, get things off my chest, lift a weight off of my shoulders, and I appreciate everybody watching right now and who watches the replay. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to hear me out. You are the reason this show has gone on for 106 episodes. And why it will continue to go on. Because I'm not going anywhere. Is this episode going to be buried? I'm sure it will. That's already happening. But I'm not leaving and I'm not shutting up. Because I think you deserve better and I think you deserve the truth. And I'm going to do my best to give that to you. Nate says season 1 was good. They didn't need a season 2. Yep, they signed on for 2 seasons. So they got them. For better or worse. I've been watching Classic Who. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a Doctor Who guy. I never really got into it, but I can tell the difference between how the show is being made then to how it is now. So yeah, I mean, fans of classic Doctor Who, I mean, they've been screwed over in all of this too. And that's why no one's watching the show now. It's getting buried into ratings too. So that's about it. It's pretty much all I had to say on this particular subject from my point of view, from the way I see it. And again, completely my opinion. We can disagree. I want to thank everyone who was watching on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to thank everyone who watches the replay. If you are new to my channel and you like what I hear, it's not like this every week. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I want to thank Darth Plato, Troy and Etter, Big Al Presents, Sage Boomer, Nate, D. Penzak, Connie, Darth Plato, JPRPH1, Reaway to Nation Gaming Clips, stay to the end and you will be redirected to Geeky Geezers over on H Boomer's channel. From HQ and all points, north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night, take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.